What If You Had Animal Hair by Sandra Markle. What if one day when you woke up, the hair on your head wasn't yours? What if overnight a wild animal's hair grew instead? Polar bear. A polar bear has a double coat of hair to keep it warm. There's a woolly undercoat close to the bear's skin. Above that is a top coat made of 6-inch long, stiff oil-coated hairs. A polar bear's head looks as white as Arctic snow because the top coat hairs are hollow and clear. They reflect the light just like snow. If you had fact. Each May or June, a polar bear sheds its hair and grows a whole new coat in less than a month. If you had polar bear hair on your head, you could play outdoors in the cold and wet weather and never need a hat. Reindeer. A reindeer has a double coat too. It also has a lot of hair, as many as 5,000 outer hairs per square each inch of skin. Each long, stiff outer hair has a hollow core. These hairs trap air in addition to keeping the reindeer warm. Its hair helps this heavy animal float in the water. Fact. A reindeer's hollow hair keeps its body from heat from escaping. In fact, if a reindeer lies on the ground, the snow under it doesn't melt. If you had reindeer hair, swimming would always be easy, even in the roughest waters. Musk ox. A musk ox has the longest hair of any wild animal. Some hairs are as long as 2 feet. Its shaggy coat hangs down to list its hooves. This coat is also double thick and it's so tough it acts like a suit of armor. Fact. Each spring, musk ox sheds its woolly undercoat as much as 7 pounds of hair. If you had musk or ox hair, you could play outside day or night in the winter or summer without worrying about frostbite, sunburn, or bug bites. Oryx. A scimitar horned oryx has hair that is just right for its African desert home. The oryx's pale colored coat reflects sunlight and keeps it from overheating. The hairs are also so short that any cool breeze easily can reach its skin. Fact. Oryx cows are born with solid yellow coats. They develop distinctive markings and pale white and red coats as they grow up. If you had scimitar horned oryx hair, you never need a comb or brush. Even if you rolled on the ground, hair would be too short to tangle or collect dirt. Lion. A male lion has a mane, long, thick hair on the back of its head, neck, and shoulders. When it comes to having a mane, size matters. Scientists learned that female lions, called lionesses, prefer males with big names. That could be the healthiest males, unusually have largest manes. Fact. A lion's mane needs regular cleaning and grooming. Luckily, a group of lions called a pride will groom one another. These Big cats have a built-in comb, their rough tongues. If you had a lion's mane, you'd stand out in a crowd. You'd look big and bold. Zebra. A zebra's hair grows in black and white stripes. These stripes help it stay safe when standing still or running. Zebras usually stick together in a herd. Seeing so many stripes confuse hunters such as lions and hyenas. Fact: a zebra's hair shows it's healthy or sick. If it's healthy or sick, the short hair on a healthy zebra's mane stands up straight. A sick zebra's mane flops over to the side. If you had zebra hair, you would have to work at being one of a kind. Each zebra stripe pattern is completely unique. Three-toed sloth. A three-toed sloth's hair often looks green because little plants called algae grow all over it. Sloths live in damp rainforests and rarely move, making their bodies a good place for algae to live. However, having green hair isn't a bad thing. Green hair helps sloths blend into their homes in the treetops and hide from predators such as jaguars and harpy eagles. Fact: three-toed sloths spend most of their lives upside down, so their hair grows differently than one another. Other hairy animals. When a three-toed sloth hangs upside down, its hair falls over its body, so even upside down, the sloth's hair keeps its skin dry when it rains. If you had three-toed sloth hair, you'd never be alone because of the algae. Your hair would be home to many different kinds of harmless insects. Arctic fox. An Arctic fox hair is snow white in winter. Each hair is also fat, helping make its coat thick and warm. As the days grow longer and heat up, an Arctic fox sheds its wintertime hair and grows a newborn coat. Now each hair is skinny, helping make its coat thin and keeping the fox from overheating. Besides staying comfortable, changing its coat keeps an Arctic fox perfectly colored to sneak up on prey such as lemmings and wolves. Fact: when getting ready for winter, Arctic foxes also grow long hair between their toes and on the soles of their feet. Their furry feet help them run on ice without slipping. If you had Arctic fox hair, you never get tired of your hair color because it would change with the seasons. Giant pangolin. A giant pangolin's body is covered with scales which consist of the same substance as hair. Like hair, the scales are made of tough keratin and grow out of the skin. A giant pangolin's scales also start small and grow longer until at last they fall out. New scales grow in to replace the old ones that are lost. Fact: the back edges of a giant pangolin scale hairs are like a razor sharp, so if it is attacked, the giant pangolin just curls into it uptight to stay safe. If you had a giant pangolin's scales, you wouldn't need to put on a helmet to ride your bike. porcupine. A porcupine has the normal coat, but it also has special hairs too called quills. Quills are stiff needle-like hairs. If attacked, barbs on the end, each quill will poke into the enemy's skin. Then even when they separate, porcupine quills stay stuck in the enemy. Fact: a porcupine's skin gives off a fatty substance that coats each quill. This fatty substance contains a germ-killing chemical, so if a porcupine accidentally pokes itself, it won't get an infection. If you had porcupine's quills, bullies would never bother you. Star-nosed mole. If a star-nosed mole's hair, unlike most animal hair, can lie flat in any direction, pushed forward, sideways, or straight back, its hair will never stick up. It will always lie flat against its body. This lets a star-nosed mole slip easily through its underground tunnels, whether it is going forward or backing up. Fact: a star-nosed mole has comb-like claws to spread oil through its hair. That makes its coat waterproof. That's important since it lives in damp tunnels. If you had star-nosed mole hair, you would stay put whatever direction you comb it. Wild animal hair could be cool for a while, but you don't use your hair to stay afloat or confuse predators. You don't need your hair to change with the seasons. Be a helmet or lie flat in every direction, and you'll never defend yourself with your hair no matter what. So if you keep wild animal hair for more than a day, which kind would be right for you? Luckily, you don't have to choose the hair that grows on top of you. Your head may look different from time to time, but it will always be your hair. It will be what you need to protect your head from heat, chills, and bumps, and make you look your best. How does hair grow? Hair growth starts in the root. The root is a cluster of cells, living building blocks inside a tiny sac-like hole in the skin, called the hair follicle. This cluster of cells produces layer after layer of new hair cells. As these layers build up, the old dead cells making up the hair shaft are pushed out of the skin as long as the root is alive. A hair on your head will continue to grow at a rate of about 5 inches a year to up a maximum of about 3 feet. Check out one of your hairs by gently pulling it free. Don't worry about losing this hair. Every day you naturally lose as many 100 hairs. Then each old hair that is lost is replaced by a new one. Take a close look at a single hair shaft with a magnifying glass. The shape determines whether, as the hair grows, it's straight, wavy, or curly. Straight hair has a round shaft. Wavy hair has an oval shape, and curly hair has a flat shaft. How do you take care of your hair? The best way to keep your hair healthy and growing is to eat right, healthy. Hair needs a diet that includes protein from meat, fish, milk, cheese, beans, nuts, or eggs. It also needs vitamin B from good foods including yogurt, and whole grains and iron, copper, and iodine from foods such as shellfish and leafy green vegetables. It's important to clean hair regularly. While animals spend a lot of time and effort caring for their hair, many animals, cats for example, lick their fur to wash and comb it. Some animals that live in groups, such as monkeys, help each other take care of their hair. The most important thing to remember is that hair is part of your body.